Dear Eckhart, if you had to name the moment, achievement, accomplishment of which you are most proud, what would you say? Well, some of you know it already because I have spoken about it once or twice. I don't have to think anymore when I don't want to think. I can stop thinking just like that. That's my greatest achievement. It's a good thing I'm not in a position anymore where I have to fill in and submit a resume. List your accomplishments. I might get a job at an enlightened company. I don't know if they exist. I did meet somebody at Google who is responsible for the spiritual dimension or well-being of Google. I might get a job there if he doesn't want it anymore. The job title, which is official, his job title is Jolly Good Fellow. It's on his card. I don't remember his name. He's written some books too. So that's a great thing for a company to have somebody who is responsible for the spiritual well-being of the company as a whole and the employees. Not a professional therapist or anything like that, but although that's not bad either. Well, depending what kind of therapy he practices. Yes. And if that is your achievement, then your life is a success story. If you are in prison and you've messed everything up in your life, and you're in prison or whatever, wherever you are, a homeless shelter, and suddenly you're able to enter presence, your life is a success story. Well, it's not even a story, it's just a success. It's a success because there's no story anymore. Because why is it a success? Because the shift in consciousness has happened into awakening, which is the very purpose of human existence here. I want, as mentioned yesterday, and it's also the question here, I want to know the mind of God, the rest is details, said Einstein. Well, that's basically what it is. The mind of God is in you. The mind of God is, your consciousness is the emanation of the mind of God. As I said, in the same way as the sunlight is an emanation of the sun. So if you know your consciousness, you know the mind of God. And you realize you are an aspect of the mind of God. And then knowing that is the fulfillment of human existence. The universe suddenly knows itself. And the rest is details. What happens then in your life doesn't matter that much, but the likelihood is that there will be a great improvement, because when you live in that connectedness, that even affects the externals of your life. It affects the way in which you relate to people, the energy that you emanate on a daily basis. And the energy that you emanate on a daily basis is reflected back to you as certain events and people you meet, and how people relate to you, how people like you or dislike you. That is the energy you emanate. comes back. And so if you live in that presence, if you're able to access the awareness dimension, then it changes very much how you relate to things, situations, and people. And that in turn determines how things, situations, people relate to you. So the tendency is for the universe to be experienced as more helpful rather than antagonistic. Not meaning, though, that it will be free of challenges. It will continue to challenge you one way or another also. So challenges come in mixed in with many helpful things, and suddenly there you have another challenge. And the challenge will just take you deeper again. Or it'll pull you out of presence, and then you'll notice it, and then it'll take you deeper.